Hi, folks. Okay, sorry about that. I had some camera issues. Um, as normal. Come on, it's Wednesday. Um, I honestly don't know who's joining us tonight. I don't know if Master Grant or Lou is. Frank should. He just finished his broadcast over on over on Butchered Sports, so he should be joining us, but I can't say for sure. Uh, until then, I think maybe what we're going to do is I'm going to save the subject that we had today, the title of the show today. You know, um, what do we call? Why do we even pay attention to Fox News, right? I want to save that to for a couple of minutes. Let me see if I can if Frank doesn't jump on. But in the meantime, I wanted to. I thought it'd be a good idea just to go through Twitter today and see what we have. And I'm going to do this like right now. And again, obviously I apologize. It's not. I'll even turn the uh, the audio on if we have to. So this is my politics feed right here. Okay, and let me move this down here. It gets a little bit easier to see that way. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, and like I said, there's a bunch of stuff going on, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about was Rudy. Okay, and just give it a second here to pop up. Let's see if we can't find it here real quick. Anyhow, it looks like Rudy Giuliani's in some trouble, right? His house got raided today. And let me see if I can't just. Okay. Rudy's got some issues. Prosecutors obtained a warrant as part of an investigation into whether Giuliani broke lobbying laws in his dealings in Ukraine while he was Trump's personal lawyer. Come on, guys. What do you think? Do you really think he do they even really need to look for this stuff? I mean, of course he did, right? I mean, he's the one of the biggest pieces of garbage you're going to find anywhere, right? Of course he did. But I guess you got to play the game, right? You have to go through all the hoops. This is all coming from the Times, New York Times. One of the people said the investigator seized Giuliani's electronic devices, so that would be computers, cell phones, things like that, executing a search warrant in an extraordinary move for prosecutors to take against the lawyer, let alone a lawyer for a former president. Yeah, it's just going on now. I mean, you guys can see the tweets, right? Under Mr. Trump's senior political appointees in the Justice Department repeatedly sought to block such a warrant. After Merrick Garland was confirmed as President Biden's AG, the Justice Department lifted its objection to the search. So that goes right on Bill Barr, doesn't it? That's right on Bill Barr's shoulders now. Look, we've been saying for I can't tell you how many months, right? And especially in our Discord group, we were saying, Rudy's going to jail. He just is. He's going to jail. There's no way around it. He might as well just cop up to it. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. Okay, he is, and I think Bill Barr is going to be next in line. Okay. Bill Barr has barred investigators from searching Giuliani's apartment, now barring a miscarriage of justice. Rudy will be behind bars soon. There you go. I mean, it's all. By the way, if you're not following Brooklyn Dad Defiant, shame on you. You really should be. Indict Bill Barr too while you're at it. Oh yeah, he will. He's going to go too. What do you guys think about that? Right? Bill Barr really covered some shit up, huh?
And I know, Brian, what you say about we're so frustrated because of the lawlessness of the Trump administration has gone unaddressed. But I think the Bill Barr free ride is over. And with Merrick Garland in place, given how he came up through the Department of Justice, including my old U.S. Attorney's office in D.C., the man is a quiet storm, and the man is going to do right by the American people, I'm sure. And I know, Brian, what you say.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Huh? What do you think? Barr's time has come? Yep, of course it has. Barr's time has come. Giuliani's time has come. The feds also raided Victoria Tunzing's home. Don't forget, she was caught up in the whole Russian thing. I forgot which one of the Russians she was tight with. Oh, I can't remember her name, or the Russian's name. But yeah, she was tied up with a couple of Russians too. So isn't it funny how Barr's getting far more attention than Rudy did? Traitor, you're a traitor. Yes. These traitors aren't very smart or wonder what they'll find on Rudy's phone. Yeah, I do too. Their time's coming, right? Their time is coming. One of the dividing lines between democracy and authoritarianism is whether the rule of law is apolitical. Despots use the rule of law as a weapon, wielding it to go after their political rivals while protecting their political allies. Trump and Barr continue to blur that dividing line. Yes, they do. It looks to me like it's just one of those things. Rudy is the evidentiary gift that keeps on giving. He is a piece of work, boy. He really is. I guess the part that gets me is, okay, so they're going to go after Bill Barr. They're going to go after Rudy. Rudy's a fool, and he has no spine, so he's gonna fool. Either that, or he's going to double down. And he's going to be like the asshole My Pillow guy, right, and just dig the hole deeper. In either case, it works for us. Then they'll go after Barr, and they're just going to make their way up the ladder, right? That's it. Victoria Tenzing, who represented Dmitry Furtish, a pro-Russian Ukrainian should be oligarch under indictment in the U.S. So yeah, that's where I remember the name. So yeah, she's going to jail too. And here we go. Here's her. Funny how, April 24th. So that was 4 days ago. That was 4 days ago. I wonder. Wow, they're not exactly up on the times here, are they? This is her website. There you go. Well, you'd have thought they'd updated this. This is 2014. This thing was was done. Boy, it looks like 2014 too. Boy, God, that thing's old. Ooh, that's horrible. That's absolutely. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. Just trust me, it's horrible. It definitely looks like it's 2014. What do you think? Huh? I say she's in trouble. She. I mean, don't forget, this is the DOJ going after attorneys now, right? Look at this shit. Look at this. Right. So she's got some. She's in some trouble. She better have she better hire some good counsel because she is under the gun. According to CNN, federal prosecutors indict 3 men on the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Good. And of course, you guys, my soccer teams are involved in this too. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. Okay. By the way, that's Ronaldinho. I'm sorry. So they were in the 3 assholes. The what was the father and son, right? That have been those 2 redneck idiots, and then the idiot who decided to film it, right, to video it. Yeah, he was the guy that was shot to death while jogging through South Georgia neighborhood. So Travis McMichael and his father Gregory McMichael were both charged with 1 count of interference with Mr. Arbery's right to use a public street because of his race, and with 1 count of attempted kidnapping. According to this William Roddy Bryan, he's the guy who took the cell phone video. Remember? Yeah, they indicted him too. So they got all 3 of them. This is going to be really hard for these 3 clowns to get out of. Dude, all this kid was doing was walking down the street. That's it. That's all this kid was doing was just jogging down the street. I mean, come on. Really? Jogging down the street. And this is what he gets. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have anybody else on the stream with us today. So why don't we just get into it a little bit? The title of the stream today is why do we even pay attention to Fox anymore, right? And the reason I say that is because I just want to rattle off some of the shit that they've done in let's say the last couple of weeks, right? Over the last couple of weeks, and we'll go in reverse order, okay? Just to put things in perspective. Over the last couple of weeks, Fox News, Fox Entertainment's just been losing their minds over Joe Biden. The hosts of Fox and Friends, the 3 idiots on the couch that we like to talk to them, how we like to refer to them, are still going over this whole thing and still pushing this false claim that VP Kamala Harris's book is being given out to migrant children at the border, which apparently was this. Their source was a Washington Post story. Okay. I don't know where the hell the idiot that at the Post came up with it, but according to Snopes, okay, according to Snopes, not only was it a false claim, okay, but this is the red meat one. Okay, I'm sorry. But in any case, Snopes comes out and says that we'll talk about the red meat one later because that's even better, right? That one's even better. But Fox News comes out and is still pushing the theory. And like I said, it's the three idiots on the couch in the morning. And turns out that the fool that wrote the story actually ended up resigning because it's bullshit. It's not real. It's not happening. The Post went back and forth about the story. At one point, they took it down, and then they reposted it with basically retractions all over the place, right? So yeah, I guess they kind of they issued a fact check on the claim after a lot of media outlets, including members of the GOP, the chair Ronna McDaniel and Tom Cotton and others, pretty much said, yeah, no, that's not what's happening. The thing is, Fox is still pushing it, right? The three idiots on the couch are still pushing that story, even after it's been debunked. They're still pushing it through, even though they know it never happened, that it's not real. They're still pushing it. Later in the week, right? Later in the week, and I might as well put that one up now. Right. Again, by the way, if you're not following Snopes, you really should be, because they're just really, really good. The Fox Entertainment decided to run with, and there's Lauren Boebert claiming that Biden's climate plan includes cutting 90% of red meat from our diets in 2030. They want to limit us about our pounds a year. Why doesn't Joe stay out of my kitchen? Well, the thing is, yeah, he's not doing that. He's just not doing that. At this point, Fox is literally making shit up, right? Here is the news outlet. This is what they're posting. It could. Biden has released details. Could, right? So, and so they're saying that it is. The fact is, he's not. It's nowhere near in his plan. You'll see it tonight, whenever he's on the, because he has the State of the Union tonight. Fox has to be desperate, guys. Okay. Then you got Tucker, right? Let's not forget Tucker. We got Tucker, who apparently has lost what little mind he has. Because let's face it, guys, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, right? Tucker's been all over the place lately, whether it's well, his latest one is he's a big anti-mask thing, right? He's now urging his viewers to call 911 if they see children wearing face masks outside to help mitigate the spread of the coronavirus. According to this, a quote from Joy Reid on the readout the other night, we know, and Tucker, we think you do too, that conservatives are just really angry that they've lost control of the American society and culture. This is why Fox wants his viewers mad about Dr. Seuss, mad about red meat, to the point where the network is just a hub for racial hatred, but also for a very dangerous, deeply concerning platform that is so committed to the big lie that its top host is encouraging viewers to harass strangers and demand that they bare their faces. She concluded with, Carlson doesn't actually care about children. He just wants his viewers mad. Yeah, you know what? I think she's right. Guys, I said it before. I'll say it again. Okay. You don't know any Tucker Anybody named Tucker? Nobody does. Okay, I mean, I'm looking at them right now. I got 36 people watching this right now. None of you, and there'll be a few more between now and 5:30 tomorrow. None of you know anybody named Tucker that ever had to struggle or fight for anything in his life, if you even know a Tucker. Okay, never had to work for anything. I promise you don't. If you do, call me out on it. Call me out on our chat. Call me out on Twitter. Call me out, and I'll own up to it. But I'm telling you now, you don't know anybody with that name. Tucker, I don't care. I don't give a shit what his last name is. You don't know anybody named Tucker that ever had to struggle for anything in your life. So my question is, why the hell are you following him? Why the hell are people taking anything he has to say seriously? Okay? He doesn't know what it means to work for anything. He doesn't know what it means to have to struggle for anything. But yet we're going to take him at his word. We're going to take him like he's the source of knowledge. Okay? Guy's name's Tucker. Come on. Tucker. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Tucker. We're going to go on and on and on. And we're going to give everything to Tucker. God, folks, I don't know. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, right? At least Hannity's first name is Sean. Okay, we all know it's Sean that struggled. But Tucker? This guy's a clown. Okay? He's an absolute clown. And yet here we are, hanging on his every word. The fact that a whole nother network has to call him out on his bullshit. I don't know. I'm telling you, folks, I just don't get it. I just don't. I tend to go through news pretty quick, right? And I apologize. But Jimmy Kimmel even exposes man Karen, Tucker Carlson's biggest hypocrisy yet. Jimmy Kimmel let loose. This is according to the Huffington Post. Let me see if I can't get this up for you guys right here. I'm sure this will be good. I haven't seen it yet either, folks. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Okay, so we'll watch it together. Okay, so here it is.
Hi, I'm Jimmy. I'm the host of the show. Thanks for watching it. Thanks for joining us at our headquarters here in Hollywood, LA, California. Where we got Hollywood got a little shout out from the former president of the United States today. Apparently, he's been thinking about the Oscars down there at Mar-a-Lago, and today he committed those thoughts to paper. Statement by Donald J. Trump, 45th president of the United States. Somebody, by the way, brought this into my room. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. What is it? What used to be called the Academy Awards and is now called the Oscars, a far less important and elegant name, had the lowest television ratings in recorded history, even much lower than last year, which set another record low. If they keep with the current ridiculous formula, it will only get worse if that's possible. Go back 15 years. Look at the formula they then used. Don't be so politically correct and boring, and do it right. Also, bring back a great host. These television people spend all their time thinking about how to promote the Democrat Party, which is destroying our country, and cancel conservatives and Republicans. That formula certainly hasn't worked very well for the Academy. And then that's the end. Then he passed out in his oatmeal. But this is what happens when you're banned from social media. Instead of tweeting like everybody else, you have to fax a statement 2 days after everyone forgot the Oscars happened. So the Academy, in an unusual move, fired back this afternoon with their own statement. They wrote, "Statement by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. What used to be called the President of the United States, and now is some guy called Don, a far less important and elegant name, has the lowest approval rating of any president in modern history. Your hair is ridiculous, your tan is ridiculous, and everything you say is dumb. Go back 15 years, get a new reality show, pretend to write another book, and go back to bed. P.S. Our show sucked this year because you gave everybody COVID." Yeah. Very well said. Well know, Donald Trump's idea of the perfect Oscar show would be 3 hours of Jon Voight praising his 2-second on-screen performance in Home Alone 2, right? But he does make some valid points, and so we put our heads together this afternoon to come up with an Oscar show that would have been more entertaining for Donald Trump. And these are some nominated movies Trump probably would have enjoyed. The Father Who Never Showed Me Affection. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom That I Spanked with a Forbes magazine. Promising Young Woman, 130 grand to keep her mouth shut. The Trial of the Chicago 7-Layer Dip. And Grab Her by the Octopus Teacher. It's funny because the thing is, Donald Trump basically is the Oscars. Old, bloated, completely self-involved, and obsessed with gold. He's them. And at the White House today, President Biden had no thoughts on the Oscars, but he did give us some new guidelines as far as wearing masks goes.
Starting today, if you're fully vaccinated and you're outdoors, you need, and not in a big crowd, you no longer need to wear a mask.
Well, that's good news. Where are we on pants? Are those still required? And that wasn't all. The president also had a message for the millions of Americans who have still not been vaccinated.
For those who haven't gotten their vaccination yet, especially if you're younger or think you don't need it, this is another great reason to go get vaccinated. Now.
All right, you don't have to get weird about it. No. Calm down. This mask mandate has been, it's been particularly tough on people like me who have very kissable lips, right, Guillermo?
Oh, yeah.
You know, to hide these, So, just to recap, the new rule, if you're outside, not in a big group, and you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. If you're outside and not vaccinated, go back inside and get vaccinated, okay? And brush your teeth, too. I'd like to bring that back. This new loosening of our collective muzzle couldn't have come sooner for Tucker Carlson of Fox News. He's very upset. America's favorite man, Karen, is so concerned about children being forced to wear masks, he's encouraging other like-minded individuals to get the authorities involved.
As for forcing children to wear masks outside, that should be illegal. Your response when you see children wearing masks as they play should be no different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart. Call the police immediately. Contact Child Protective Services. Keep calling until someone arrives. What you're looking at is abuse. It's child abuse, and you are morally obligated to attempt to prevent it.
Tucker is, of course, very sensitive to the needs of children since he is one himself. The guy said nothing after Sandy Hook. Now he wants you to call the cops. There's a kid with cotton on his face.
If it's your own children being abused, then act accordingly. Let's say your kid's school emailed you to announce that every day after lunch, your 6th grader was going to get punched in the face by a teacher. How would you respond to that? That's precisely how you should respond when they tell you that your kids have to wear masks on the soccer field.
Right. Spoken like someone who got punched in the face on the soccer field every day of 6th grade. What kind of an analogy is that? I mean, who's at home nodding along with that? Is it possible that Tucker Carlson is actually a top secret Sacha Baron Cohen character that he's going to reveal to us? It's the only explanation we have left. At least the My Pillow guy was a crackhead. I mean, Tucker has no excuse. The Pillow Man will be here tomorrow night. Mike Lindell is excited, and he's been very busy hyping his appearance on our show.
In the meantime, tune in to Jimmy Kimmel on Wednesday night. I guess, Brandon, my friends and stuff, we're going to have watch parties. We're all getting together like watching this event on TV. And,
we are. We've already invited people over. Melissa's making dips and chips and all kinds of things like we were watching the Super Bowl.
Hey, well, I'm glad Melissa's making chips. I don't know how she does that, but the only thing this will have in common with the Super Bowl is one of the key players appears to have suffered a traumatic brain injury. Otherwise, I don't know what you guys... Are you ready for this, Guillermo?
I'm ready, Jimmy.
Because, you know, Mike Lindell said there are people trying to kill him.
I know, but I hope he brings pillows for everybody.
Yeah, he is bringing pillows for everybody.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, but you're missing the point here. I'm not worried about you getting pillows. I'm worried about me getting killed. Killowed is what I'm worried about.
Don't worry, I'm here. Nothing will happen to you.
All right.
Yeah. Nothing.
I'd be safer if the pillows were guarding the show. In a way, one is, yes. A battle, I don't know if you heard about this, is brewing between billionaires Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Their companies, Blue Origin and SpaceX, were both up for the same multi-million-dollar government contract to build a ship that can take astronauts to the moon. Don't we have that already? But anyway, so last week, NASA awarded the contract to Elon Musk. Now Jeff Bezos is challenging it. He filed a protest with the Government Accountability Office, accusing NASA of moving the goalposts for bidders at the last minute. Now, Musk, who owns SpaceX, fired back with a tweet that said, "Can't get it up to orbit, LOL," today. It's a guy who's hosting Saturday Night Live. Yeah. A feud between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk is how we'll all die, right? That's how it's gonna.
Okay, so anyhow, that was that. So there's the big thing with Tucker again. How the hell does he have a show? I mean, honestly, how does he have a show? I honestly can't believe that people are tuning in and watching him every day or every night. I'm sorry. It boggles my mind. It really does. I mean, I understand we're all surrounded by some real knuckleheads, but holy shit, this guy's unbelievable. Tonight, if you watch the State of the Union, you're going to see something historic. And I'm not talking about just a State of the Union, because it is historic. I mean, it's recognized, it's recorded, it's things that is a history of the U.S. But what's historic about it isn't Joe Biden. So, understand it. We're not talking about Joe Biden here. We're talking about the folks who are going to be behind him. He's going to be standing at the podium, and behind him will be the Speaker of the House, which will be, if you're looking at him, if you're looking at Biden, it will be on his right side, and the Vice President, the President of the Senate, who will be on his left side. Okay, and that's the chairs they take behind the president. And what's historic about it is you're going to see Nancy Pelosi on the right side, and on the left side you're going to see Kamala Harris. You're going to see two women in those chairs for the first time in the history of this country, and one of them is a minority, is an African American woman. So you're going to see history in the making. As soon as they take their places, it will be a historic moment for the U.S., for our country. And I'm excited to see it. I'm going to watch it. Of course, I'm going to watch it. It's Biden. It's the whole thing. Of course, I'm going to. I want to see what he has to say. I want to hear him. Hopefully he doesn't stutter. That's mean, but still, I want to see what he has to say. I want to hear what his plan is. I want to see what the optics of what's behind him, and so on and so forth. And I really do want to see, the history that's about to be made. It's something that we get to talk about years down the road. We get to tell our grandkids, right? I can't tell my son he's going to be here to see it. No, he can see it and go look, and he's going to look at me and he's going to go, yeah, that's great. Because these things don't have that same impact on Gen Z, I think, that it does on Gen X or on Boomers, right? I don't think it's as big a deal to them as it is for us, but it's a big deal. There's a lot there, and it's going to be great to see, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see it. I really don't. I'm curious to see what his agenda is going to be in this American Act, whatever the hell he's calling it. the American Families Plan. I'm sorry. It's a $1.8 trillion in this thing with a T. I don't think people appreciate just how big a number that is. That is an insane, huge number. Okay. But, you know, I guess my question is, whenever the government is spending this much money, right, 1.8 trillion, and like I said, it's hard to wrap your brain around just how big a trillion is. But it's huge. Okay, and it's I know it's 100 times bigger, but I mean it's enormous. The amount of anything 1 trillion anything is just an enormous number. And so I guess my question is that whenever the Republicans had that tax cut, you know, well, first of all, you didn't hear any Republicans bitching that it was going to cost us an arm and a leg, and they were going to go off, and all of a sudden, you know, this fiscal conservatism that they had was shot out the window. It didn't matter anymore. Now all of a sudden they're conservative again, right? But does it bother you whenever you're talking about money that is that big? And like I said, huge amount of money. But that huge amount of money is going right back into our system. It's going right back into not only our homes, right? Not only our families, not only some of it actually going into our bank accounts with, you know, more of the stimulus checks and whatnot. But whatever you see where this money is to go and what they're using this money to do, I don't really look at it like they're spending $1 trillion. I look at it like they're just taking the money, putting it back into the people's hands, back into our hands, and then that money is going to circulate back through. And the government's going to get it all back. Part of it, part of the money, this is according to CNN, is the proposal calls for having low to middle income families pay no more than 7% of their income on child care for kids younger than 5. Parents earning up to 1.5 times the median income in their state would qualify. Okay, so there you go. He wants to bring the child care workforce by bringing the wages up to $15 an hour from the typical $12.24, which I guess is the average. So he wants he wants everybody's up to 15. So that's sort of a bit misleading. But the relief plan, I'm sorry, he wants to make community colleges free, $109 billion with a B to make 2 years of community college free. The federal government will cover about 75% of the average tuition cost in each state whenever the program is fully implemented, with the state picking up the rest. So the state picking up 25%. If all states, territories, and tribes participate, about 5.5 million students would pay nothing for tuition and fees, according to the White House. In his defense, Biden and Joe Biden, Dr. Biden, has been calling for making 2 years of community college free since like 2015 or something like that. But you know, it died in Congress. He did not, however, state that he's wanting to cancel up to $50,000 of debt for, you know, a student loan debt. He did say he would support canceling up to $10,000 per borrower, but has indicated that he believes Congress should make changes through legislation, which would make them harder to undo. He wants to enhance Pell Grants, PELL. So approximately $1,400 in additional assistance to low-income students by increasing Pell Grant award. That would hit 7 million students, most of them being people of color. But their value has not kept up with the rising cost of college. Students right now receive about $6,500. So he wants to basically double that. He wants to provide paid family and medical leave. The plan would provide workers with a total of 12 weeks of guaranteed paid parental, family, and personal illness/safe leave by the 10th year of the program. So this apparently is going to ramp up. Workers would receive up to $4,000 a month through National Leave Program, which with a minimum of 2/3 of their wages replaced. The White House estimates the program will cost $225 billion over 10 years. He wants to invest $200 billion in universal preschool. He wants to recruit more teachers in the educator workforce. He wants to provide more nutrition assistance for children, probably through the schools. $25 billion to make the summer pandemic EBT permanent and available to the 29 million children receiving free and reduced priced meals. He wants to keep the expanded tax credit through 2025. He wants to beef up the Affordable Care Act subsidies permanently. He wants to provide more help to pay for childcare permanently. He wants making enhanced income tax credit permanent. How he's going to pay for it: raising income taxes on the rich, raising the capital gains tax, taxing unrealized capital gains at death, ending breaks for hedge funds, enhancing IRS involvement. He wants to send $80 billion to the IRS to fund enhanced enforcement of high earners. You guys see anything wrong with that? Because I'll be honest, I don't see where that's a problem. You know, I really don't. To me, that seems pretty reasonable, right? That seems pretty reasonable. I'm curious what you guys think. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think that he's do you think he's actually going to do it? Do you think he's gonna be able to get away with it? I'm sorry, folks. I'm curious what you guys think. Because I know, like I said, I know my feeling. As long as that money's coming back through our system, eventually it's going to make it back to the government. It's just going to cycle through, and it's probably going to pick up momentum, and it's probably going to bring more money with it. You have more money to spend. All of a sudden, you're paying more in taxes, right? The money starts to circulate more, and you want the money to circulate. You want it to come through. You want it to do all these things, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm hoping for. I'm curious to see how it's going to go tonight. Real curious to see what you guys think. Let me know. Let me know, especially on Twitter. You know, tag me on Twitter and tell me what you think. And you know what? That's going to be where we wrap it up tonight. I think that's going to be where we finish this off. A couple hours before the State of the Union. So no excuses. Be there. Make sure you watch it. Come back and let me know what you guys thought. Tell me what you think. I'm real curious to see what you guys thought of this thing. Let me know tomorrow, okay? Until then, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye for tonight. We will be back tomorrow. I should have the full crew with me tomorrow. I didn't know they weren't going to be on tonight, to be honest. So anyhow, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Until then, though, like I always tell you, goodbye, good luck, and God bless. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye-bye.